Hey Bookies, it is January 5th, 2025. Love that sequence. I made these cinnamon rolls and I just had to show y'all because y'all, they are dairy free. Like, this looks so good. They're not even baked yet. So good. I'm gonna put them on 375 for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna have this over it. And instead of heavy cream, I'll be using this just because I had some on hand to kind of drizzle it over. And then for the icing, I did not make any from scratch, and I also did not have a stand mixer to knead this. This is all by hand. I bought some maple frosting from Cinnaholic because they are vegan and plant-based, so I'll be using this. I guess I kind of cheated a little bit, but y'all, these look amazing. They look so good, so good. Oh my gosh, y'all, y'all don't understand how good this looks. It is 12 o'clock in the morning, but I don't care, y'all, because this looks fire and it's an awesome way to start off the vlog. If you like this video, okay? I will see y'all in the next clip. Morning, y'all, it's 8:41 in the morning. I'm gonna start off with laundry. I've also been incorporating opening my windows in the morning and spraying my bed. I'm not gonna do that now because it's gonna get washed, but yeah. So I have my watch. Unfortunately, I had mentioned a couple weeks ago it's starting to tarnish. But, oh, and all my charms fell off, so I was just really disappointed. But I'm gonna put them back on. Aunt bought me a watch kit a while ago, so I still have some pliers. And it's always just good to have some pliers on your own, even if you don't have kits laying around. But I'm going to put on my wrist first to see where I want to apply the charms again. And when I did that, I kind of want them here. Well, dang, that might clang or hurt when I'm washing my hands or something. No, I'm gonna do them right here. So I opened up the loop with the pliers because these were all stuck on my watch, but they were all stuck on my watch, but there were no charms on them. I lost my cowboy boot, like that one's gone. That was the first one that fell off, unfortunately. Okay, so now that they're on, put it like that. And now that opening inside, I guess you can't see it from there. But the opening that I have between the clasps, I'm gonna close them back up with the pliers. Come on, focus, girl. Thank you. Oh, okay. You can definitely tell I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just DIYing it. I'll try to do it on camera. Okay, let's try this again. No, don't come move. Okay. I think I messed up the first time because I was looking through the camera and I should not have been doing that. No, don't come off, don't come off. Oh, okay. Third time's a charm. The grip is crazy, but just trying to close it tighter. Okay, that's a little better. There's still a gap, unfortunately, which is how I believe they were slipping through the first time, but I still think this is better than nothing. Okay, I like that way better. And unfortunately that was probably off camera, but there we go. Definitely in a cleaning mood, which I'm gonna take advantage of. So I'm telling you, it's been so crazy reading the back of all the disinfecting wipes. I saw it on TikTok, I believe, and I had mentioned this before in a vlog, but I had no idea that you were supposed to wet the wipes a little bit, especially if your wipes are super dry, because the wetness has to be on the surface for multiple minutes after you're done wiping in order for it to truly disinfect the surface. I did not know that. I had no idea. I'm just throwing these away. I had no idea that that was just like even a thing. So that really blew me when I found out. I guess I was on like the cleaning side of YouTube Shorts, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. So all this time, even in classrooms, like with teachers and stuff, I don't even think they realize like, oh, you're supposed to wet the wipe or make sure it's saturated enough so it can sit for a couple minutes and truly disinfect. Buy some new plates for later today, and Aunt is gonna come and spray for any pests or anything like that, which I am super grateful for. So yeah, I'm gonna get some new stove things because they've been burning when I've been trying to cook stuff, and that's just really annoying. It honestly shouldn't have gotten this bad anyways, but like multiple grease spills and stuff, food getting caught in there, it just can get stuck easily. But yeah, he's gonna like move the oven back, spray behind here. He's gonna move the fridge, spray behind there. Probably gonna have to sweep too, cause we don't like regularly clean back there. But yeah, so I'm really grateful for him and all his manliness. And then these knobs are pretty dirty too. Ooh, that is, yeah, that's very dirty. Okay. But I pray that you guys are having an awesome start to the new year. And even if you're like, man, no, New Year already started off crazy. I'm already suffering and I'm only a couple days into 2026. Suffering is a sign that we're human, number one. And I know that sounds cliche and it doesn't feel good in the moment, but prayerfully you will learn through whatever trial that you are going through right now. And just remember that everyone goes through trials. It's inevitable. It's just that some people's trials are different. So yeah, I always try to learn something from a trial, and it helps you to really build wisdom with cleaning time. So really, I'm gonna just take that. Ooh, first I am going to get us one of those lids because the stuff that be popping out is just, it's ridiculous. Like all the food that can get in here. And then it can also leave odors. Even if like you put something in the microwave that smells good, it can still have odors, and I just don't want that. So yeah, it's gonna take a couple passes of me doing this. But today is the day that it's going to be meeting Rebecca for the first time. I mentioned that in last week's vlog. So I'm really excited about that. I told y'all that he's already met Ruth, and both of them are my best friends. I also put my bangles back on. I haven't put them on in a couple months because they were just making too much noise every time I went somewhere. But when I'm in more casual settings, I don't mind wearing them. But yeah, going to the botanical garden. I am not sure that I've ever been to one before now that I think about it. I know I've been to like a garden before. I've gone on like nature walks and hikes, but this is different. Like actually going to a botanical garden where you have to buy a ticket to get in, never been. But yeah, I'm excited. And then Aunt's gonna take me out to eat afterward. And he was like, oh, I'm just going to pick one of the restaurants that you told me that you wanted to visit before. And I'm like, dude, I talk a lot. That could have been like 12,000 restaurants. But I was like, hey, I like when you lead with the decisions at times because I can be very indecisive. And if you are that same way, let me know because I understand. I totally understand. The only time that I don't mind having to make decisions for the most part is with kids, because I don't expect kids to yield any authority in what they're doing. But I'm already indecisive, so if somebody else is also indecisive, it really messes with me. Anyways, pretty sure y'all have seen or cleaned a microwave before, so I'm gonna leave it there because it is taking a little longer than I thought. gotta make sure you get on the rim because sometimes there's food stuck on there. Some parts of the fridge, not all, but really just this bottom section was pretty gross. So I'm just gonna lightly wipe those and I'm gonna let that soak for a couple hours because it has like just some gunk in it, which is disgusting. And then I'm gonna be eating some more of the cinnamon rolls, and I'm gonna have some eggs with a little bit of grilled onions and some cheese. It's currently 11:26. I did the freezer, got that re-cleaned. This is still soaking. I just had a little bit of bleach in there and some soapy water, so I'm gonna let that soak for a couple hours actually, because there just was way too much gunk in there. I was able to reorganize all that stuff, throw away the stuff that we don't need. I'm gonna leave the pantries alone, but I slept and did everything I needed to do for the most part. Now I'm going to eat, and then I am going to read my Bible, and then I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna do my toes last because they hurt a lot. They're looking a little tore up. I'm gonna be wearing my chacos, but they're a little uncomfortable, so I bought these pad things off of Amazon, and all you have to do is take like the jelly part off of it, and then I'm not sure if this is in the correct area. I really bought them for heels, but remember I had them today and I was like, oh, let me use it. I take this part and I just match it with how the shoe fits. It'll be different placement for heels, of course, but just showing y'all what I do. I also have an arch, and I don't know if chacos are meant for an arch, but that's how I'll be doing them. I also decided just not to do my toes. I don't feel like redoing them, and the dress is so long, you're not gonna be able to see it anyways. Charms are doing good so far. I was able to keep my heart and give someone to know. Suddenly from nowhere. This is all I'm bringing inside. I'm hoping that Aunt has pockets because I don't feel like bringing my purse in. I'm here at the gardens. Ruth and Rebecca said they're at the Japanese garden, so that's where I'll be going. Okay. There's some bamboo that's over there too. Aunt is here.
Hello.
And we still gotta find Ruth and Rebecca, y'all. Dang, they need some pandas out here. It's like they literally all just came over here. Well, I feel like we have to do a little interlude in the regularly scheduled program. Okay, let's see what Anthony got me. This is like one of my favorite bakeries ever, by the way. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I wonder if this is like strawberry vanilla. Oh, yeah. I think it is strawberry vanilla. Ooh, okay. What's in here? Oh, this one's pretty heavy. What is this? Wow. Wow. He outdid himself. I think this might be strawberry vanilla. This might just be strawberry, lemon. Not sure what that is. And then unbutter, probably. You know what? 10 out of 10 to him. Margarita pizza. Ring.
It's a Korean bowl.
Ring. Okay. Okay. Good morning. I put in a load of laundry last night. I really want to start doing loads of laundry like every 2 or 3 days just to keep all the piles down. But I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna wash my whites and kind of just get started for the day. It's around like 6:55-ish. Natasha went to Pastor Perry for marriage counseling. Her husband had been unfaithful. She needed guidance. According to her testimony in court years later, during that first session, Pastor Perry kissed her. The relationship became physical. As I was talking and sharing, reach out to the life groups and tell them, you know, I'm going away and we're going to do monetary gifts. So 2019, 3:14 p.m. I don't know if I would go as far as say tasty obsession, but it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. So I have that with a little bit of coconut milk. Finishing off this packet of cotton candy grapes, Kodiak breakfast sandwich, and I need to remember to get my dairy pill actually. So glad that I said that out loud, because knowing me, I would have forgot. And then I have some mushrooms with chicken stock, a little bit of pepper, and some jalapenos.
Turn right onto New Main Drive, then you will arrive at your destination.
I will follow you.
Lubbock Street. Hey, he, he, he.
Uh-oh.
Raising cake. How you feeling about being a raising cake? I'm not gonna do it to Ruth because she's driving. Raising cake. Okay. I'm in Seaside at a Cane's restaurant. I'm getting Rebecca lunch. We're gonna head back, drop her off for the tour. Me and Ruth are gonna get boba and dumplings, or like some type of dumpling-esque food. Like, what is going on here? This is cute though. Oh, a cockroach? Not right now. I'm not cool with y'all, but Stevie Wonder? It says Stevie Wonder, where's my bag?
Y'all, I got taro milky, light ice, black boba, and I got 50% for the sweetness. So let's see, I mixed it up, so I'm giving it a fair chance.
You're allergic to coconut, right?
I've grown out of it.
Oh, you can try mine if you want them.
It's okay.
You sure it's good? Okay.
I don't want like fruity. This is good. If you're ever in Seaside, if you're ever in College Station, go to Bunny Bags. No, they didn't sponsor this.
Okay, what flavor is it?
It is a mango, no, passion mango. It's not even mango. Passion fruit, pineapple, green tea.
Okay.
Yo.
All right, taste test. Boom, she said 10 out of 10. Y'all come to this place. No, I'm okay.
I did.
It's good. Okay, wait, what was your level of sweetness?
It was.
She got 100% sweet, regular ice.
And with leche. I keep saying leche, it's not milk.
Lychee or lychee?
Yes, I haven't tried that though.
Wait, show them too. You can't forget about them. Jail. All right, y'all, we made it to Atlanta. We here, y'all. We are here.
It's always Atlanta. Like, why can't
We at Busey's, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm finna try this. If I come back on camera with silence, that means it was nasty. If I don't come back, that means it was immaculate, spectacular, looking like a dacular, pterodactyl. Wouldn't be me, which is secular. Good morning, guys. This might sound really bad, but these are the flowers that Aunt gave me. He's been giving me so many flowers since we started dating, and there's many more where this came from. I just have not been putting them in water anymore. I've just kind of been letting them naturally dry in each bouquet. And I'm debating if I want to put those in there. I'll put them just to kind of display out the house. I'm headed to work. It is Wednesday, so I won't be getting back till around 9:30-ish. I am girls are usually pretty attentive, and they'll kind of like look at my outfit, or they'll make a comment on my hair or something, and they'll be honest about their own opinions and things of that sort. Hello, y'all. So I'm coming back with some more boba, but I'm in Plano, not College Station. So I'm gonna see if this is good. I got the exact same thing. Taro milk tea, less ice or light ice, 50% sweet. And I said non-dairy milk, please, because that's what they had at the other one. Let's see. Their boba is a little smaller than the last one. Or maybe their straw is bigger, I don't know. What are we thinking, twin? I don't know, twin. I'm gonna say it's good. Tastes slightly different, slightly, but it's okay. I think I might need to do 75% sweet instead, because I think this 75% sweet might taste like the 50% sweet that I had at the other one. Hopefully that makes sense. It is good though. I will give it that. It's good. It's good. I'm doing all these tests. I'm still sipping it, so it gotta be good. I just realized how I came on camera looking. Work was good. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just get in the shower. See y'all the next morning, y'all. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm right in front of one of my windows in my room, and I'm so thankful I actually have two windows in my room, but I'm right in front of one of the windows in the room, just kind of taking in some of that fresh air. I had the windows open at night just because it gets really hot in the house, and my roommates like it hotter than I do. I used to think growing up that I enjoy heat to go to sleep, but I just thought that was natural, but really I've realized over time that I do not like it to be cold and crisp. And then I'll just throw in how many blankets I want or take off how many I want. And I still have that fan, and I have a mini fan on my bed. But last night I just started spotting, and so I'm like, okay, pretty sure I started my cycle. So what did I do? I brought my girl out. I love her. I love her so much. Like, she always gets the job done. She knows how to help a sister out. And so I love wearing those. Literally a breath of fresh air, and it smells like rain outside. It's like I think it rained a little bit earlier, or it's about to rain, so it's like that rain smell, which I kind of like. I think my throat is doing way better. The post-nasal drip hasn't been as bad, but these past 2 days specifically, the phlegm has been thicker, but there hasn't been I haven't had to get it out as frequently, but when I have had to get it out, it's like, whoa, what's going on? Anyways, I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to attempt to work out. It's going to be like an arm day. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's lit. No, because I worked out on Monday when I got engaged. But yeah, no. So it's going to be an arm day because yesterday I didn't work out. And so I'm trying to do arm day. I'm just going to do less reps probably. Not feeling all the way there. So I'll do that, and then shower, brush my teeth, wash my face. Probably just gonna put this robe back on if I'm being real with you, since I'll just be in the house. And then I will like have breakfast, do a devotional with Aunt, and then we're gonna continue Passengers. Not the one with, what is her name? Jennifer Lawrence. Not the one with her. It's with Anne. Why am I forgetting their names? But yeah, and the main character, the dad from Insidious. It's that one, which is actually about like them on a flight, which I guess the other Passengers movie was, but it's about them on a flight. And oh, there's stuff in my ring. It's about them, like certain people were on a flight,
and they came off, and like she was like, they're starting to disappear. And I'm like, what do you mean they're starting to disappear? What does that mean? What does that mean? But it smells, oh, it smells so good. Oh yeah, I think it did just right. I love that smell. I wonder like if like when I get pregnant, I wonder if I'm gonna be one of those people who like is craving the most, I want to say, obsidious things. Like, I don't think rain is far-fetched, but I've known like some of my mom's girlfriends growing up, their cravings were bad. Like, I know some women, they want to eat like laundry detergent. The craziest one I heard was eating couch cushions. So I'm like, and I also want to be fit well before I decide to have kids, so I can still work out while I'm pregnant and make the bounce back a little easier. Not gonna lie, I would probably think about doing a C-section. I used to think, like, you know, I want to do vaginal birth, like, that's so strong for me as a woman to do. I don't know. But dope me up. Yeah, give me all the medicine you can. Yeah, craving boba again. I think it really is probably just my period, because it came out of nowhere with the hyperfixation on boba all of a sudden. But I want boba again. But the place I went to yesterday, it was okay, but it wasn't what I had when I was back in C-Stat. So I need to figure that out. Also, y'all, I've just been spending so much time like looking down at my ring and like how it glistens and how nice it looks. It looks so beautiful. And I still have some room, like in case I gain weight or something. The goal is to lose weight, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. I might have to put like putty or something, like a thin slice of putty or something, or Play-Doh in my ring on a day-to-day when I'm going places. But anyways, though, I'm really excited. Oh, it's starting to rain. Okay, I know I haven't done like a sit-down talk, like explaining all my emotions, like, oh my gosh, like I was crying and I didn't know that day would come. No, me and Aunt have always had plans when we first started dating, because we knew we wanted to get married. That was the whole point of us dating as Christians. And so I was not caught off guard for the most part. I knew what kind of ring I wanted. I told him the exact ring I wanted. I knew I wanted it engraved. I kind of gave him some ideas about how he could propose, but I also left certain things up to him, and he was very resourceful. The letter that he wrote me, the poem, I didn't show you guys, but he did write me those things. And it's just like, I love that man. And I have always said that. In all of my vlogs, I always say I love my man, and I mean that. So it should have been no surprise that Aunt was proposing. It should have been no surprise. Even in the video where I was like interviewing my boyfriend, even then he's talking more about marriage and all those things. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'll make sure to show like more videos and pictures at the end. I'll try to do like a slideshow or something. But yeah, I don't want y'all to think I'm not excited. I'm beyond excited. But I have so much peace about the situation. I think sometimes the bride-to-be is a little, because she's so caught off guard, I think that's what brings in all the influx of emotions and the crying and all that stuff on the proposal day. To me, the proposal day was just like another day for Aunt's love for me, because he's always loving, he's always kind, he's always taking care of me, he's always humbling himself before me. And so, yeah, but I've been very excited. So very excited. And I'm thankful for all the people who are also excited for us, the kids, the teens, the adults. I'm very thankful. Also, it's too much. That's big. So it's been like, I would say like over a week or so, probably going on like 2 weeks. So when I was spraying it, I didn't want to be heavy-handed, because it is a perfume. It doesn't say perfume, it just says perfume. But I didn't want it to be overbearing. Now, I decided last night, because it's not as strong as I would like it to be, but it is very like woody. It says snuggle up with vanilla and the rich milky undertones of Tonka Absolute, incredibly long lasting with excellent projection. Now, when I'm used to spraying perfumes and stuff like that, I can tend to be a little heavy-handed, I'm not gonna lie to you. And so I was like, I don't want to do that this time. And so I would just do light sprays here and there, and then sometimes I would pair it up with a Choco Musk or Let the Good Times Roll or Sticky Dates. Sticky Dates is nice. To me, it just smells exactly like Let the Good Times Roll. Like, they smell like very, very similar, but Sticky Dates does not last as long. So I'm not gonna lie, I would not recommend someone getting that. If you also like Let the Good Times Roll, just get Let the Good Times Roll. But Let the Good Times Roll lasts forever. Choco Musk lasts pretty good for how inexpensive it is. And so I would kind of pair those with this because these are all like vanilla-ish scents. But this one was not lasting. So last night I said, I'm gonna keep trying because you smell good. You smell like kind of like woody vanilla, tobacco vanilla. And so I sprayed a lot all over it. Bare body in my robe. And as soon as I got it, I was like, it smells good. And then my robe on, I said, the smell is still there. Again, I had my windows open all throughout the night. It was raining at some point. It's also raining out. Like, it's been raining throughout the day. And I still am able to smell the turmeric latte. I love it. I'm low-key thinking about getting this for Aunt because it does not smell too feminine. Like, whatever this tonka and milky undertones of vanilla, I want this for Aunt in a cologne, but just a little bit more like, maybe if it had like a peppery addition to it, I would love to get that for him. And his birthday's coming up on the 18th. Ruth's birthday is coming up like the week after. I think it's exactly a week after that. So yeah, I'm not gonna say what I got them in this vlog yet. I might save it for next week's vlog because I know they be watching. I know y'all be watching, and I love y'all, and I love y'all support, but y'all not gonna get that information out of me that quickly. Thank you. I just wanted y'all to have like a closer shot of this, and I think this was $65. I got it as a gift, but I'm pretty sure this was $65 for this. And if you spray enough, like I said, I think it's pretty worth it. This, to me, I would pair with the tobacco and vanilla mist in lotion from Bath and Body Works, which I really need to get my hands on again. But it is so elite, and they don't always have it, so you're probably gonna have to get it off of like Amazon or eBay from a different seller. But this would pair so well with that tobacco and vanilla. And then with Let the Good Times Roll, honestly, I just mix-matched that in the Sticky Dates one, if I'm being 1000% real with you. And then Choco Musk, kind of the same thing, because they all have this vanilla scent. It's not straightforward, but yeah, Let the Good Times Roll, I just pair it with the Sticky Dates stuff. Choco Musk, yeah. And then there are certain days when I don't want to be too overpowering with my scent, and so I'll just keep it simple with like a plain lotion, like Vanny Cream or like my Urea cream that helps my skin be really, really soft. This one right here, it is so good. It's really, I got it for my feet, but man, I use it everywhere when I can, like hands, feet, legs, like just anything. The only thing is that you can't use this right after you shave, but I use it like after I exfoliate and stuff like that. Wow, it's starting to, flowers are doing good. They were knocked over, so I'm gonna just move them closer here. But looking pretty spiffy. Googly, 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 googly. I'm in the bathroom. Did I work out? Nope. Started walking around more. Felt some cramps. I said, yep, it's okay, twin. I'm gonna take some vitamin D3 because I have some on hand. I did drink some electrolytes. I forgot I had some of those. I've been doing some deep breathing and things like that. I'm just like, I'm not gonna fight with my body. I'm not. Normally, I do like to work out on my period if I can, because it actually does end up making me feel better and the cramps feel lighter. But today it's not. No. So I'll have my heating pad, some ibuprofen, some D-Manos, just because right before my period, I kind of get like those deep cramps, kind of similar to like a UTI, like that type of pain. And I don't like that, so I just take it right before. And sometimes like on the first 2 days of my period, still drink some more water. I can't see y'all. Oh, and then my dairy pill, because I will be eating some noodles with some tuna, so that would be a lot of protein. for today, which I'm excited about. And I'm actually gonna do 2 dairy pills instead of just one, because I really don't want my stomach to be beatboxing more than what it already is. I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna go eat, talk to my man. Talk to my man. My man. Okay. Toodles.
Drain them, so we're going in with the cheese sauce. Girl, get everything out. Okay. Now, judge me if you want. I'm still eat it. And my protein gonna be up, okay? Thank you. Putting in 2 packets of these. I might have to do this off camera. I just wanted to take it all in one shot. All right, off camera it'll be. I'm gonna do 2 packets. Back to business. Some pepper. I'm doing all this without my glasses on, but I do like extra pepper. And then some salt. And really, if you really want to make it more like a tuna salad type of thing, you put like a little bit of relish in there or like some pickles. I don't feel like doing that, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of whatever non-dairy milk I have in here, because that's already more than enough dairy. So I'll do coconut milk or like almond milk, and I also do a tiny bit of chicken broth or stock, whichever one I have on hand. This is also the combination I've been using for my eggs. My mom would always put like a tiny bit of milk in the eggs. I don't know if she was doing that because she liked them fluffy, or she was just trying to make it spread for everyone in the house. But she would do that with the milk, and so I've always kind of put them in my eggs. But first of all, having to do this with my left hand is a skill in and of itself. But recently, like one day, I was like, wait a minute, why not put a little bit of chicken broth or stock in my eggs? Like, I was like, I feel like that would be so cool. But I'm gonna just mix it up and then it'll be ready. Alright, y'all, I already set on my workout stuff yesterday, and I even made my creatine mix ahead of time so that I wouldn't try to have any excuses for when I got up. It is 5:11 in the morning, so I'm gonna change and I'll do like an arm workout. I worked out late last night and it actually helped me so much. I wanted to work out in the morning and I didn't because I was just cramping really heavily, but I'm telling you, it helps me so much, alongside not having dairy leading up to the days before my period. Did I do that this time? No, I didn't. And I can feel every bit of that. But those 2 things really helped me out so much. I want to leave the house by like 6:50-ish so that I can go get breakfast at the Reverie Bake Shop, which is a vegan place. So I don't feel like doing anything actually. Okay, all right, it is 7:42 a.m. I want to cry, if I'm being real with you. I got up early, even showed y'all the clip, just having my workout stuff ready, and I did work out this morning. I did arms and kind of like, I guess, upper back a little bit. I showered. I was listening to a really good podcast episode about just preparing to be a wife and not having shame if you are going to be a wife that stays at home and decides to tend to your family. That's a God-given biblical role. I got up early so I could go to a vegan bake shop that I've been starting to like. It's called Reverie Bake Shop in Richardson. I was gonna head to work, all the things. I pull out of my apartment complex, and y'all, I didn't even make it a full minute away from my complex, and I prayed because I was like, God, when I got in the car, I started to feel like, as soon as I sat in the car, I just started to feel some cramps, and I was like, no, please. I was like, no, please, no. Pull out, and as I was about to go straight, I immediately had to pull over into the right lane and pull over at a nearby library. I had to take off my seatbelt, and the noise I made, because of how much pain I was in,
I literally had to like put one hand on like my driver's side window, and I have my heating pad on. I still have my heating pad on, and I literally just had to like open my legs a little bit, and I just had to like breathe. And I say this a lot, and I'll keep saying it. I look forward to when I will bring kids in this world, of course, but part of me is looking forward to it also so that I can know that I'm not crazy. For a very long time, I have said my cramps feel like contractions, but because I was a little girl and I've never been pregnant before, people were like, oh, that's insulting. Like, period cramps are not the same as contractions, and I will agree, they're not, but I have endometriosis, so it's different. And so it just really took me out. I feel very vulnerable. I feel very exposed, and just upset because I had intentions on going to work today. Like, I went to bed no later than like 9:30, so I could get up at 5. Like, just making sure that I took that time to rest and do all that stuff. And I'm very grateful for Aunt, because I let him know, like, hey, today is not one of those days where I can just be really lovey-dovey and super affectionate and just wanting to be kicked up on the phone all day. And he said, I know today is really rough. I won't call or push conversations. I just want you to know I'm thinking about you, and I'm here whenever you want or need anything. And then my boss today, she was saying, like, she said, I'm very sorry. And then she actually gave me some tips because she struggles with the same thing, unfortunately. And so it really meant a lot to me. I'm hurting. I will be honest and say that I'm hurting. And I've been in pain for a very long time with Endo. I've started my cycle when I was 11. I think I started having symptoms when I was 12. I will be 21 this year. And so it hurts. And then especially when you have men, which I don't really expect men to understand, but like different doctors that I've had that have been men who kind of undermined my symptoms. And I've actually even had women doctors that would tell me that it's just a bad period and I'm over exaggerating, and that hurts to really be invalidated like that. But yeah, I feel so vulnerable, and I'm not gonna make any cuts in this edit of the vlog. I know, like, there's so many different tips and tricks to try, and my symptoms actually 10,000% have been better recently when I cut out like dairy and just stuck to more whole foods. But unfortunately, I have not been 100% sticking to that pattern, and I have noticed that you really have to like go all in order for the symptoms to be alleviated, and that is what I'm gonna have to do. It sucks because I love cheese, I love dairy, I love gluten, I love soy, I love red meats and stuff, but as I was in pain and I was wincing and moaning and groaning, making like really indescribable, like unaudible sounds and noises, I was like, I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep doing this to myself. Like, I can't. The food that I'm eating, it has to change. It has to. And I thought I was okay with only doing it a couple times a month, like just having dairy here or there, you know, different things like that. But it's not. It's not. It's not. So I ordered a smoothie, spent more money than I would have liked to, but I ordered a smoothie, and then for the rest of the day, I really want bread, so I'm gonna have to find like gluten-free bread options that I can have like from now until forever, and just like different things that I can use so I can still have comfort foods but just be more mindful of what I'm eating. So just wanted to give that update. Unfortunately, I'm still alive and well, but man, I'm hurting. I am often reminded of the woman with the issue of blood, and I'm like, God, if I could only just touch her garment, if I could just touch her garment and get healing. But you know, sometimes healing doesn't present itself in the way that we think it should. Sometimes God's answer for us doesn't present itself in the way we think it should, and so for me, I am at the stage now where I'm like, I really doubt there's just gonna be miraculous healing one day. It likely is gonna have to be a continuous cycle of me cutting out certain foods from my diet, and then if I still so choose, getting surgery as the end step. But if I'm not going to prioritize the foods that I eat now, there's no need for me to get surgery, because the tissue and the fibroids and everything else can just grow back. So that's where I'm at right now. I think I literally just heard my Uber Eats driver pull up. So I'm gonna go have a smoothie. I have some extra vitamin D3, so I just took that. I took some ibuprofen. And I took, thank God, I ordered some more Dramamine because I was running low. And I specifically, I ordered the nausea-related one, and I normally don't do that. I just get the regular one, but I feel so nauseous. I feel so nauseous. And so I'm so grateful that I ordered that one. And y'all know I'm still having allergy flares like on my throat and stuff. And so I'll have to take the allergy pill, but I'm trying to keep it to me taking it at nighttime because of how drowsy I get. So there's that. Please send prayers. But yeah, please send prayers. The reason why I hesitated is not because I'm anti-prayer, duh, but because I have realized that at certain times I have used asking people for prayers as a clutch when I know that certain healing that I could experience would happen if I just stopped doing the same habits and patterns and cycles all over again. Like, you know, in the South, how we kind of have certain sayings that might have some Christian language woven into it, but ultimately our hearts are not in the right place. Like when we say, "Ooh, God bless that baby," what we really mean is the baby's probably not attractive in our opinion, or we're saying like, yikes, couldn't be me, wouldn't be me, hope that's not me. Or we'll be like, "Oh, I'm praying for you," as a means of trying to get the latest gossip, like that type of stuff. And so it's like, I can only ask people to pray for me for so long, you know? Like it's gonna have to get to a point where it's like, no girl, like, yes, prayer needs to be involved, but where's your action? It's faith and works, not just one or the other. So anyways, and I just think about future me. Like every time I see the ring, I think about future me. Oh, focus, thank you. And I realized there were more carrots at the top, like at the very top, and then at the bottom, down here. But every single time I think of this ring, future me, gonna be gonna be Mrs. Hines. I want to have a healthy body, not just for me, but for my future husband, for the kids that I'll carry, like, and all assets. I want others to benefit from my obedience, to benefit from my discipline, and not being able to control your belly and your appetite, even if it is just something as small as you having dairy and gluten and stuff, knowing that it's hurting you. It's like, why do you perpetuate that stuff, you know? And so I know I said a lot. I really hope it makes sense, but I will be in bed today. I will be resting. Yeah. All right. I'll let y'all go to whatever the next clip is gonna be.
So when Christmas was here, I had some extra veggies and stuff. This clearly cannot be fully used. And then I had some tomatoes that I thought I would need for the soup that me and Aunt cooked, but I won't. So instead, before they go super, super bad, I'm gonna take them and make tomato soup. I also am gonna, like, instead of coconut milk, because I ran out, I'm gonna drizzle it with like some almond milk that I'll have. And then I'm also gonna add in like some basil, some onion, and I do still have some garlic left over somewhere. I think it's somewhere in there. But I'll have tomato soup, grilled cheese. I'll be doing gluten-free bread, and I'll be doing some dairy-free cheese slices. And then for breakfast, I'll be having like smoothies in the morning. So I'll do mango smoothies with like almond milk and some dairy-free yogurt. And then I'll also have it with some scrambled eggs. And then I'll also have that with a cinnamon roll. And then later at night, again, my dessert will be cinnamon rolls. Just trying to make everything super easy for myself because I am starting work back. Well, my internship back next week on top of work. On top of having to do school. I got all of them cut. I couldn't use all the yellow one, and I couldn't use that one, but I'll spray it with a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil and then a little salt and pepper. I also am missing one onion, but I'm doing a pickup order later, so I'll cut that and put it up in here as well. And then I'll roast it for however long ChatGPT says. Last time I think it was 400 degrees for 45 minutes, but we shall see. I ordered these yesterday, but I wasn't feeling the best, so I wasn't able to show y'all. So I got a microwave lid for us because I'm tired of always cleaning the microwave. I'm gonna have to get that off, but got one of those dusters so I can clean the inside of my window with all the dirt that it has. It has mold too, so I need to clean that out. I got some more trash bags. These are actually on sale for the regular price of like 40, so I was like, let me grab those. I had to use this morning, but I got some more Dramamine, specifically got the nausea one, and I'm so grateful to God I did because I feel so nauseous on my period a lot of times. And then I did snag some more of this. I just alternate between this one and the antibacterial one, which I actually need to buy some more of the antibacterial one now because I just ran out. But like on my morning showers, I'll use this. On my nighttime showers, I use the antibacterial one. And then these are like the oven replacement, so I'll show the process of me taking those out and all that. It's not hard, just make sure your stove is off. And this is ridiculous that it even got to this place, but I literally just take that out and see, like there's pasta in there. And literally just lift up and then I'll replace with these. Like it's super easy. And I think I paid like $12 total for 4. That's probably not helping either. It's just like burnt pasta, but y'all get the point. Look how much better that looks. Like presto. And then that's the microwave lid. I feel like that is so cool that it just sticks to the top like that. Like, come on now. Simple, but like such immaculate upgrade. I always get my frosting from here because it's literally only $2.66. But I got their like cream cheese frosting. I know it's not real cream cheese because it's vegan, but that's what I'm using for the cinnamon rolls later. I'm honestly not feeling like doing anything, but I'm out of Market Street. I was gonna go to Whole Foods, but this Market Street was on the way to Cinnaholic, so I'm gonna just go here, pick up the ingredients that I need. I'm gonna go with these 2 cheeses because they have cheddar and Swiss, but I want American. Oh, and there was literally only one American left, and then it also had this little sticker on it, so save them. I wanted mango, but they don't have it, so pineapple one. Nice. That seems fun. I'm debating. Got a cup of ice in here. We got a cup and a half of fruit. We have a half cup of almond milk, and then we have a half cup of dairy-free yogurt. If it's not blending well, especially since I don't have the best blender, then I'll just add a little bit more almond milk. This is gonna go for 400 degrees at 35 minutes. You could do up to 45. I just want this done quick though. The onions aren't seasoned, and neither is that section of the garlic, just because I just bought it and I did kind of pre-season the other stuff. I put some basil, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I know I have garlic and onion on there, but that's what I like. And then I did end up picking up this bread, and I'll be using these 2 for my grilled cheese. I could never make regular grilled cheese when I was still heavy on just regular dairy and regular bread, so I'm hoping that ChatGPT can kind of, help me out with that. I did also hear, I'm gonna try this even though ChatGPT didn't say it, when you put mayonnaise on it, it kind of helps it a little bit more. And this is dairy free. It's literally just water, oil, and eggs to make it. So I think I'm gonna use that. But yeah, so that'll be gluten and dairy free. And then I still have cinnamon rolls I need to make. But before I do all that, I'm gonna make my breakfast, which is gonna be a smoothie with some eggs. These look absolutely amazing. For my boiled eggs, I like them a little jammy. I literally just put them in a pot with some water, immediately put it on high, and literally just let it be there for 13 minutes. I don't wait till it boils or anything, and they're so good. I don't even put a lid on, y'all. So good. I'm going with these grilled cheese sandwiches. To make it easy for meal prep, I'm gonna set them up, but I'm not gonna grill them until the day of. So I'm gonna put a little bit of mayonnaise in between, put the cheese slices, and then just set them in here. That way in the morning, I'm going out to internship, babysitting, something that needs to bring lunch with me or just heat it up quickly. I will take my soup ladle. I have them still just sitting in there. But once that's actually soup, like blended with the chicken stock, almond milk and all that stuff, and that is gonna be in the fridge, I'll just scoop some out into a bowl and I'll take that with me. And then I'll take one of these sandwiches out, take a little skillet, heat it up, and then I'll be done so I can head out the door. So that's how I'm gonna do to try to make things just a little bit simpler for me. The smoothie was really good. I was drinking it out of this for a while, but then I realized I needed the blender and I don't have two, but it's really good. It's pretty, so I like it. Boom, this is what it's looking like. It took me a little minute to put everything in. It was done a little while ago, but I wanted to make sure I had my breakfast in because meal prepping can already be a lot. But when you have to meal prep food and you ain't cooked yet, it kind of reminds me of like going to work and you work around food but you haven't eaten, and like you're just listening to people order things that you might not even like, but it just sounds so good because of how hungry you are. And you're like, man, I can't wait to till I get my little lunch break. Or let's say you don't even get a lunch break, which sucks, but you're like, I can't wait till I can get home and get some food or whatever, you know? That's how it felt. So I had to make sure I ate first. Mom put all that in, just like last time when I made the duck soup. I'm gonna put a little bit of water. I might not even need it. And then chicken stock. And then once I'm done blending this, I'm just gonna let it simmer on here for low, like 15 minutes. And that'll be done. And in the meantime, I'll prep for the cinnamon rolls and stuff. I got 3.5 cups of flour in here. I did sift it just to make it a little nicer, not as lumpy, and that probably helped me out as well with the last batch with why I didn't need a stand mixer. But it's gluten-free. It says 1-to-1 baking flour, and I really only bake with flour, so that's what I'm using. I'm hoping that it tastes as good or even better as the last one. Since this stuff is gluten-free, I'm just a little nervous, but going in with that. Now I'm gonna put all the other dry ingredients in here, which actually, no, I'm gonna just let this is out because there's nothing else I need to put in here. The recipe I use, I don't think it calls for baking powder or nothing. Next, I gotta make the yeast. So I'm gonna put like 1.5 cups of some warm water, and I have a little, where's the thermometer at? I have a thermometer. The water shouldn't be past like 110, I'm pretty sure, or 120, but I put some in here with a little bit of sugar and the yeast, and then I just cover it for like 5 minutes. Okay, last thing I completely forgot, but you see, it's just on low. I'm gonna put this in. Oh, wow, Araya. Wow. Well, y'all can't say that I don't be showing y'all. I told y'all I wanted to start showing y'all more of what I do and not just talking so much. Forgot. I'm gonna add in a little honey. I don't know where I put it. Put my honey yesterday, but I have some honey somewhere. Is that? No, I don't think mine's is that low. Okay, well, I'm gonna simmer that with a little bit of honey as well, just for a little bit of sweetness, because tomatoes can be very acidic. Also, I ended up realizing onions and tomatoes aren't always considered the most friendly if you have like IBS and stuff, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna see if this treats my stomach well, and I really pray that it does. I 100% almost freaked out because I thought that yeast was not gluten-free, but if you look on the little packets, okay, I don't have any, but on the back, the kind that I was using, actually is the kind that I'm using is, okay, it is gluten-free. Bruh, the one I had literally just said it. Okay, y'all, I'm not tweaking. It is gluten-free.
It is gluten-free. I guess I could just show y'all the one that I got from the trash. And then this is just half a teaspoon of sugar, so I'm gonna just put a pinch in there. But, okay, yeah. This one is gluten-free. I don't know about the other ones, but the Fleischmann's Active Dry Yeast Original is gluten-free. I'm gonna with a pinch of this. I'm gonna cover it for 5 minutes and it'll start to like, and I don't mix it or anything. You could do milk, but I'm trying to do gluten-free and dairy-free recipes, so I'm not using that. But it should like bubble. That's what you're gonna see. If not, that means that your yeast is expired, or either your water was too hot, which is why I had that out. In the meantime, I'm still waiting for the yeast, which that is what it should start to look like. Milk or not, it should be bubbling. I did add 2 tablespoons of sugar. I did add in like some splashes of vanilla. And really the rest of these, I'm not gonna lie, outside of the flour, it just was guesstimates. I did add in a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And then I did add in some salt that I sprinkled over. I'll add that yeast mixture in. And since I don't have a stand mixture, I literally just knead it by hand until it looks really pretty. When I'm done with that, I will rinse this bowl out and grease it up. And then I'll put the dough back in and cover it for 2 hours to really let it rise. Cinnamon rolls are something that you really just have to have patience for. I also want to show y'all what other ingredients I'll be using. So my sweeteners, I'll actually have 3. So this dark brown imperial sugar, I'll have honey, and then I'll be using the rest of this date sugar that I have. I like to kind of mix and match them because I think the 3 different sugars have depth to it. Is there a specific recipe that calls for that? Exactly, no, there's not, but I like it. It adds like a richness to it, so I enjoy it. And then of course a little bit of cinnamon sugar in there, and I'll show y'all kind of the rest of that process later. In the meantime though, I will be washing these and then kneading the dough and all that stuff. But I really recommend just doing dishes as you go, because it's a terrible thing when you just want to sit down and relax with the meal that you prepared or the baking that you just did, and you can't, because everywhere you look there's mess because you chose not to get that cleaning done early. Look how much better that looks, like presto. And then that's the microwave lid. I feel like that is so cool that it just sticks to the top like that. Like, come on now. Simple, but like such immaculate upgrade.
Made her a threat.
This is what I'm watching on
They were
YouTube.
close to solving the case. Everything seemed to line
The
up.
dough actually did rise.
Just
It's
as
been an hour and a
the
half,
lead appeared,
and it did
fell
rise,
apart.
surprisingly. So take this out,
The girl
roll
was
it out,
Natalie.
put some oil on it. Well, I don't gotta put a lot because there's already oil in here, but when I roll it out, I'm gonna put some oil on the inside instead of like butter, like most recipes are called for. And I'm gonna put all of this goodness for my sweetenings in. Do like normal, roll it back up like a normal cinnamon roll, cut it, put it in this pan, and then it's gonna have to rise for another hour. Right off bat, I noticed that it's kind of crumbly on the edges, but it's not too bad. I don't think this is a true 1-to-1 baking ratio because y'all didn't see, but I had to end up using the entire bag to get the consistency that I wanted. So I don't think it's really truly 1-to-1. You are gonna have to use the entire thing depending on if you want to make like a family batch of cinnamon rolls. So I think that's something to keep in mind, but it's not terrible. I'm hoping that it bakes well. That's really my biggest thing. I also did spray this with a little bit of that oil too, just to make it easier. All the sugars and stuff are on there. I'm gonna roll it up this side, and I'll kind of see how the dough is acting. All that in the middle is gonna be the dough, but I'm hoping they look nice and pretty like the last ones did.
Because the camper portion had a functional living space with a pop-up roof. Some aspects of the vehicle were clearly not acceptable.
It's
like
crumbly.
the 2.5 and the
Y'all, I'm sad.
4-cylinder engine.
I don't
To
think this is
remedy
gonna
the
be good.
situation, the couple purchased a 1996 Land Cruiser chassis and installed it under the Chinook. Power was supplied by a 5VC FE V6 engine from a Gen 1 Toyota Tacoma. The R151F manual transmission also came from a Tacoma. Working with a friend, it took the couple 100 days to modify the vehicle. They called it the world's first land cruiser Chinook.
Ugh, y'all, I don't even want to record because I feel like this is not going to be good. I'll just come back when I genuinely have like no words, y'all, and I'm really disappointed. It was so crumbly, so I'm gonna just try to do what I can. It won't really be like cinnamon rolls, more like cinnamon buns or something like that, but we're gonna keep trying. So sometimes you have to chuck up your losses. I was just gonna try to do like a cinnamon cluster type of situation, but I've just made it more into like a cinnamon roll cake. So that whole thing is like spread out instead of classic cinnamon rolls, which is unfortunate because that's not how I wanted it. And I would have made it differently if I was trying to make like a more of a cake mixture, but it'll be there. In the meantime, I'm gonna heat up some of the soup that I had from earlier, and I'm gonna make one of my grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm just gonna cook it on low heat, 3 to 4 minutes each side, with a little bit of olive oil spray in the pan. That y'all really, I just really need to be sponsored by this because I've been using it the entire time. 3 to 4 minutes each side. And I actually might do some chips as well. Honestly, yeah, probably do some chips as well with it. But yeah, do that 3 to 4 minutes each side. Then I'm gonna have a pan, like a lid to cover it as well. I really hope the cake turns out good. I'm disappointed, but still, you know, gonna use it to the best of my ability. I have to move it from here to like kind of down here because that's a true like low medium. And also what I did is midway through, because I realized that the cheese was not melting, I put it on just a microwave safe plate literally for about like 20 or so seconds in the microwave. I had already toasted one side, so instead of toasting one side and then stopping and microwaving and flipping the other side, you would just put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds to begin with, just to ensure that the cheese on the inside is melted. Then toast like normal. I think that's the true way to make sure that your cheese is still melted so that you're not biting into chunks. If you just have like an updated microwave or an updated pan or so, whatever, I don't know, maybe it'll work better, but that hasn't been the case for me. Letting the tomato soup go on for 2 minutes. I'm gonna put a little bit more Italian seasoning and a little bit more salt because it is a little sweet. I forgot I got a sweet onion instead of a regular yellow onion that the recipe called for, so it's a little sweet. And I know I put honey in there too, but it wasn't overly. So and I'm also mixed in some almond milk as well to make it a little bit more creamy. But I'm really excited for this meal. I look forward to eating it throughout the week. I did 15 minutes covered for the cake. Or like, I don't know what cake, or maybe I'll call it like cinnamon squares instead of cinnamon cake. And I'm gonna do 15 minutes uncovered. It needs to be at 145. Sorry, y'all. It needs to be at 145 degrees Fahrenheit on the inside in order for it to be considered good and safe to eat. So that's what I'm waiting for. Finally, put a little almond milk in, a little bit more Italian seasoning and salt. The cheese is actually, wow. It's actually looking like real cheese. So I'm excited. I hope it's good. Just assume that it is. If I come back on camera and say it was gross, then it was gross. But yeah, she's out, she's iced. It doesn't look too bad, just a little questionable. The tomato soup was okay. I never really just grew up eating tomato soup as a kid, so it was never really something that I just had a longing for. I just wanted to use up what was in the fridge, so there was that. The grilled cheese definitely needs some type of meat for me, so I am going to have to fix that immediately. The squares, I don't know, I'm hoping that the icing will save them. I got their rendition of cream cheese frosting. It's not really similar to cream cheese to me. All their icings really taste the same to me at Cinnaholic, but I don't know, I kid myself sometimes and just tell myself, oh yeah, like try this one, it's gonna be a little different. No, they all just kind of taste the same, like powdered sugar and whatever other ingredient they're using. But I'm hoping that this is good. I'm hoping that this is the saving grace for real, y'all. Hey y'all, it's 4:37 in the morning. I woke up around 4:15 a.m. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why, but there's been so much going on. So I found out literally like
a couple minutes after I took that video of me in the black sweater, which is probably the last video that I have in the clip from what I can remember, I ended up finding out, not from official leadership at the school, but from one of my suite mates, that we're gonna be moving apartments. And we got less than a month's notice. So I'll still be in the same complex, but I'm gonna have to be in a different apartment with like a different living dynamic with a different girl. Thank God I will still have my own room, but it's like finding that out after I already was just not feeling the best and just was already trying to nurse myself back to health just really ticked me off. The cinnamon squares ended up being good. The grilled cheese, I had to add turkey to it. Because it was not hitting by itself. I'm not gonna lie to you. The soup is okay. Even when we following the instructions, it just feels like it needs more flavor. And I seasoned it well, but it's like it's still missing something, and I just don't know what that is. But anyways, I digress. I feel like it probably needs like chicken bouillon or something, like a teaspoon of that, but you make do with what you have, and I don't have that. Thank y'all so much for coming to the vlog. I'm ending this out on a Monday. It's just been a lot going on. I've been feeling very sluggish. I'm gonna attempt to work out. Do I feel like doing it? Absolutely not. I don't. I want to experiment with taking gluten out of my diet, and I want to try to take soy out of my diet as well if I can. Just because, y'all, I'm tired of being in pain, and yeah, I didn't realize that gluten could really be something that was causing me a lot of pain too. So yeah, thank y'all for coming to this vlog. I know the outro is like not as exciting, and especially with school starting this week, I don't even know how this week's vlog is gonna look, but I appreciate y'all. And hey, this is the first time that I can say that I'm ending off the vlog as a fiance. So I mean, hey, that's a plus. I did go and see Aunt yesterday as well, and you know, we were just talking about life together. That was always a breath of fresh air whenever I get to see him, but it's just like, anyways, I love y'all. I will see y'all in next week's vlog.